It's week 1 of the 2024 season, where we'll see a brawl inside the NFC South. It's the Panthers and the Saints, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
From a city that's played host to tens. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and Charles, there's nothing quite like it. That feeling of beginning another NFL season, and these two squads are going to do just that in a moment.
And what makes it so exciting is the range of possibilities these teams have before them, because we could be seeing one of these teams earn the Lombardi Trophy in February, while the other, they could earn the #1 draft pick in April or anything in between. And we've got the best seat in the house every step of the way.
The Panthers head out for their initial drive, and at the helm is their second-year quarterback now, the #1 overall pick from 2023, Bryce Young.
And he's certainly coming off a very tough rookie campaign, but he showed flashes of why he was the #1 overall pick. Now starting over in year 2 with a brand-new coaching staff, I expect Bryce Young to show the world his talents in full.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. A give up the middle, Hubbard, and he can only manage to take this thing to the 38, well shy of the first down. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. Lets it fly for Thielen. This is caught inside the 15. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. Oh, he didn't spike it. He faked it. Flush to his right. And he's going to get out of bounds at least. So the fake spike does yield a completion. But that's a big risk to run there. Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. Straight ahead with Hubbard. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. And now what's this? They fake the spike. He'll throw it. And that is going to wind up incomplete. So they try to hit him with something you don't see too often. But it doesn't work out. 4th down, Young. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And on the opening drive of the afternoon, the defense forces a turnover on downs. The first carry now, this is Alvin Kamara. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. Coming left is Kamara. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So on 4th down, on is Lou Hedley to punt for New Orleans. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Hubbard. And he's going to take this across the 50 and into Saints territory. Demario Davis there on the stop.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
They nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. And they'll run on 1st down with Hubbard. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. Now 2nd and 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Young. Dancing to his left. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. To throw, Young. And he's going to be dropped. Back in the 15-yard line. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Young to throw it. Buying time to his left. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Bryce Young, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers are on the board first here this afternoon.
If you're going to play quarterback in the NFL, you've got to have great vision, and you've got to remain calm when things break down in the pocket. Both of those traits were on display there. He surveys the situation, sees the middle of the field open, so he's just going to step up and take it himself. Very well done there.
Extra point right down the middle, and that makes the score 7-0. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. Caught by Wilson. Only able to gain a couple there, and it's 2nd down. Carr going to throw. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. Stays on his feet. Room here to run. Still going. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara. He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Saints are an extra point away from drawing level. And that CD, one heck of a run. He just refused to go down.
And that's where determination comes in, because he had at least a couple of guys had really good shots at him, but he just said, I don't think so. Speed, power, elusiveness, all on display right there. Look like you, partner, back during your salad days in Evansville.
Groupie able to add the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And they'll have good field position here as he's out of bounds up at about the 34-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On the counter, this is Hubbard. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Sometimes in the run game, you can make the argument that quickness beats size. And how about the example right here?
Young working out of the gun. Flushed out right. Oh, and that is incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, He should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback. I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
On the handoff, it's Hubbard. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 44-yard line, here's a 2nd and 8. And they'll go again here with Hubbard. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. These two teams all tied after one. Panther football to start quarter number 2. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Now into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Jonathan Abram picks it. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Now after the INT, it's Carr. And the catch made by Johnson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. A give to Kamara running right. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10.
Good for the Saints.
To throw his Carr. Catch made right side by Wilson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Here's Carr. Eluding the pressure right. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. From the 38 now, here's a 2nd down and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
To throw, it's Carr. On the check down, he finds Kamara. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. 3rd down and 1.
It's 3rd and 1.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. Would have been right at about a 52-yard field goal try, but no, they are going to go for this thing on 4th down. He's got his target. That's complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave, 35 yards. And the Saints' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field, and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
The point after, good by Groupie. And that makes the score 14-7. So that drives 7 plays in length. And it was Chris Olave who finished things off with a touchdown. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And able to break this out all the way to the 38-yard line. Great return. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. From the 44 now, here's 2nd and 4. Right back to Hubbard. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. They'll try and run for this with Hubbard. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. Now here's Young. And he's taken down here by the Saints. So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. Young will set to throw. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's third down. Young to throw it. That is caught. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 34-yard line. Here is Young. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw deep right side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's the give to Hubbard. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Well, this drive, they're a perfect 2 of 2 on third down conversions, but they need a full 10 yards here. Young now. Escaping the pressure right. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. They'll try it now with Brooks. And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at their own 27. Olave motioning to the left. Here's Carr to throw. Caught. It's Wilson. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing now is Carr. He completes it to Olave. And he will be out of bounds. A good yardage there, and he'll get a second to catch his breath as it leads us right into the 2-minute warning. Now this offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Now Carr. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 18. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Another nice play there. They've gotten down into the red zone in no time at all. That's what this offense can do when they get on a roll. And now they're set up with a 1st and 10.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Carr again. That's Olave bringing in another one. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a 2nd and about a foot. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Now Carr. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Johnson. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Carr. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. From 3 yards out. And the Saints will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Groupie for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told, and it all culminates in a Saints touchdown. After the touchdown, here's Groupie to kick this one away. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in his first half. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. 35 seconds, all that remains in the first half as they come up on first down. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Now 2nd and 3. Now Young. Looking long for Thomas. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. This time they stay on the ground. Nice move at the 40, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. They'll rifle this one deep right side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw. He's going to let it go again. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Final play of the half. Young steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So that PI call will give him one more play.
It'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
Here's Young. A final shot before break. And he's going to go down. So they pass up the field goal attempt to go for 6, but as a result, they leave points on the field, and that's going to do it for this first half.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. We'll get started over at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in downtown Atlanta. And they are nearing halftime with the Steelers out in front. George Pickens, a touchdown reception. Next, we head up to the Windy City. Check on the Bears at home, Soldier Field. And you can see they have the lead over the visiting Tennessee Titans. It's the rookie from SC, Caleb Williams, with 3 touchdown passes. Lastly, let's get up to Buffalo to check on the Bills. And that one, all tied. For the Saints, this is why they signed him. They got a strong performance from their quarterback, Derek Carr. He came on after a slow start to fire 2 second-quarter touchdown passes and give his guys the lead at the intermission. The highlights are fairly one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference here at the break. But I wouldn't call this one over just yet. I think there could still be some fireworks yet to come. It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after their first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in Week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Saints offense and Derek Carr ready for this next possession. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Carr. They'll get this out to Kamara. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Carr going to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Carr now to throw. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it's 2nd down.
It's the pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down in his play sheet, trying to dial up a big 3rd down play.
They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And they'll send the tight end in motion. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. A great stop by DJ Wanham to back the offense up on that play.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. To throw his Carr. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
That's good. Front leather Saints.
Kamara trying the right side. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. 89 yards rushing for him now here in week 1. A very solid start to this new campaign. staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And this time the yards won't come so easy as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. They run it again with Kamara. And he'll get 4 there, down to about the 12-yard line.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. From the gun, it's Carr. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Josie Jewell. And the Panthers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the third quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this third quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
2nd down, another chance for Hubbard. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy, let him pick up the first down.
They'll run out of the gun. It's Hubbard. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Young. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now Young on 4th down. Flush to his right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. So a bold call that this drive will forge on. 1st and 10 after the 4th down conversion. From the shotgun, it's Young. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And 3 yards there takes him to the 45. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Young working out of the gun. On the move to his left. Oh, Young loses it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line. Kamara up the middle. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. To throw, it's Carr. Little short pass here to Hill. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Here's Carr. And this is going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back. Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety, being able to hit people with the run in the pass. But in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And this is picked up by the Saints. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he gets us inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. Line of scrimmage, the 9. Second and about a yard. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the fourth. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. The Saints on third down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Carr on the check down. He finds Kamara. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
But you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
The visitors' offense and Bryce Young headed back onto the field. Young to throw it. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. Well, obviously, they never want to see penalties on that defense, but this one a little bit more significant there on the downfield pass play.
And coaches preach it all the time. You can't put yourself in that kind of position if you're the defender. You've got to stay in a spot far downfield where you can play the ball without creating extra contact.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down. Young to throw it. Forced out to his left. Thomas brings it in. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Ian Thomas, 28 yards. And the Panthers have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you'd kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead down to 10, 24-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Well, now how about this return? And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Carr going to lead the Saints up here 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. He'll start with a give to Kamara. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32. They work now on 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's Carr to throw. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. Here comes the Saints punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. Someone moved, flag is out. That's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
So that'll set the offense back 5, make it 1st and 15. Young. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. A big play there for Carolina. 53 yards.
And here's a spot where this offense says, we got to start making something happen. We're down 2 scores. It's the 4th quarter. We've got to start moving with some urgency. And here's a big play that gives them a ray of hope that they can get back in this one.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. 96 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. 2nd down and 4. And they'll go again here with Hubbard. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. And his fine afternoon on the ground continues. That last run going to put him over 100 yards for the ball game. Here is Young. Flushed out right. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Hubbard is into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. A solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there, and each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it was Chuba Hubbard who finished it off with a touchdown run. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. This game is really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side. And now, and look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line. So, my goodness, I would have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
A give up the middle, Hubbard. And good work there in open space. And he's got this all the way down now to the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Hubbard. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Young going to move him around. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. A field goal try would be almost 50 yards from this spot, so what can they do to get closer now on 3rd down? And he is going to lose yardage here.
Well, that was one of the few times they've been able to contain him thus far. He's over 100 yards for the game, but he lost a bit off his total on that carry.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. It's desperation time. Young on 4th down. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Saints will have the football back. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Little short pass here to Hill. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to run down some clock with Kamara. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5. At the 46.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he was able to shed 1 tackle but could not get away from there. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. To throw is Carr. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Saints first down. It has been a struggle, but it's looking like that'll be the one to seal a victory for him. The Saints in victory formation now as they'll take the knee. Well, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for New Orleans, it wasn't always pretty, but they do eke out the week 1 victory here by a field goal. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.